What's the dumbest thing that someone has tried to make you believe in? 1. When I was studying abroad in China, there was a Canadian who we'll call Tim. I was from the lower half of the states and hadn't had much exposure to Canadian culture other than what I saw on TV. Tim told me about Vancouver's annual running of the moose. He told me that it was a special holiday in his culture. Canadians would mount up on their big horses, lasso some big Canadian moose, and then lead them back to the main Vancouver street. From there, they'd let the moose loose. People would try to run from the moose. Some would try to ride them. Canadians celebrate by watching the moose festivities, eating Moose Tracks ice cream, and drinking copiously. It's like our 4th of July, he told me. When I tried to look it up, Tim explained that China blocked search results for it. It didn't seem that out of the ordinary. China blocks a lot of stuff on the internet. I was respectful and asked respectful questions. I didn't want to insult my first Canadian. Especially with their reputation of being so nice. I had no reason to think I was getting bullshitted. It wasn't until 2 years later while out on a date did I get corrected. Dude mentioned that he'd visited Vancouver recently and I asked if he'd seen the running of the moose. He laughed and thought I was joking. It was then that I realized that the US internet didn't have stuff on this so-called holiday either. It was all a dumb joke and I believed it for years. 2. The blue part of the eraser could remove pen writings. Fucking hell, how many papers ruined? 3. Some friend of my cousin was trying to convince me he was an active duty Navy SEAL. He was dumb as a brick, out of shape, gave up at the slightest setback, and got confused when I dropped some very rudimentary military slang into a sentence. Somehow he had my cousin convinced though. 4. Friend tried to convince me that a man got pregnant because the egg managed to go down his urethra during sex. What the fuck?